Hey friends, it's Emily.
And Kalee.
Welcome back to Clear the Room. Not me checking to make sure my mic is on.
I
I'm
know.
just
I'm
so
like, what
nervous
did I
always.
I saw you with that, and I was like, what did I just say to you? I was
No,
like, don't you touch that
I
switch.
haven't touched it. Alrighty, Miss Girl. Well, tell me a little bit about this previous week for you. Let's dive into it. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah.
I don't know. I don't
What a
know.
loaded question.
Truthfully.
Thank you and cheers.
Well, last week was just a lot because I was trying to get back into the routine of things because I was off of work for a week and out of town, which was great. So much fun.
Yeah.
But I came back to work and everything was breaking and water was coming from everywhere. It was raining from the ceiling. Literally shit just kept going wrong last week, and I was like, it got to the point where, like, when any of my coworkers would come up and be like, "Hey, Kalee," I'm like, "What is broken now?" I think people were scared of me last week.
Yeah. But sometimes we hit that point. You're like, I'm overstimulated.
Like, just scared of me in the best way.
Right.
I'm so great to work with. I think people are just scared that, I literally I thought at the end of the world every single time someone came up to my desk. I'm like, "God, what?"
Feel bracing for impact.
I'm like, "What do you mean the AC went out in a heat wave? What are you talking about?"
Yeah, that part.
I was like, "No, what?"
Mhm.
I literally went downstairs, like, to the first floor, and heat.
Yeah.
Just heat. I was like, "Awesome."
Yeah, this sounds like a good time for me to go back upstairs into a safe space where it's cold at least.
Yeah, but raining from ceiling, so
Minor detail. Actually, we're gonna call that a water feature. It's on purpose.
yeah, I was like, "Oh my god."
And we're
So
blaming that on what? Mercury
it
retrograde.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, and this week, don't even get me started. I can't with people. I called my mom, I was like, "I'm a bitch this week."
It's happening.
I am a bitch this week. Oh my god, the Nashville drivers are
A moment of silence for Smashville. There's a reason we call it that. You get the mix of all the best drivers around the country and just shove them in one spot where, oh, surprise, another fork in the road. Let's merge. Let's cut people off. Let's road rage all together now.
I wanna know who gave these people a license.
I'm
Genuinely.
I'm about to start hitting up that Domino's promo where they're like, "Hey, we'll fill a pothole for you if you tell us where it's at."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, I think Domino's would do more for us than anything that
Yeah, I'm
Tennessee
like,
is doing."
"Shit, someone's gotta do something. We're
Uh,
more worried about a Super Bowl in 2030 than we are filling up the potholes, the 2-foot potholes that are literally in every single road ever. Briley Parkway's a mess.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so bad. We're so worried about the wrong shit here. It's kind of funny at this point.
No, it is comical at this rate where you're like, "No, your priorities are not straight."
No.
I mean, I'm really not one to talk, but do you ever tell yourself, you're like, "You know what? I'm gonna be patient today on my drive home." And then, like, 5 minutes in, you're like, "I lied. I lied to myself. And now I'm driving like a bat out of hell."
Because people are idiots.
Yeah. Don't tempt me with a good time right now. I'm about to
Oh
pop off.
my god, people do the dumbest shit here. What I've really noticed that people do here
Yeah.
is, like, basically come to a full stop before they turn.
Yes. Oh, that is one of the most annoying things I've ever noticed.
I'm like, "What is going on?"
You can pull over into the shoulder and utilize that. You always have that opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's definitely a different ballpark out here. I feel like I drive like a grandmother. So I needed to adjust to be like on everybody's level right now of going
Yeah.
1,000 miles per hour and merging and cutting people off.
Pause, I need my water.
Okay. Go get him. Welcome to my show.
I was parched, sorry.
Just a little parched.
Yeah, other than that, though, I'm doing really great. Hanging on for dear life.
Yep. You're just
Ask
God's
me-
strongest soldier.
Ask me on July 24th when Mercury retrograde's officially over. I've been talking to people who, like, are like, "I don't believe in astrology." And I'm like, "These past couple of weeks have been the worst of your life, huh?"
And you're like, and you know what? I can feel that in your aura.
And they're like, "You know what? Yeah." And I'm like, "Exactly."
You're like going to start assigning signs to people. I'm not even going to ask your birthday.
Oh my god, yeah, I bet I could do it. I would love to just come across somebody and be like, "Scorpio."
Yep. Absolutely. You're like scanning. Lightly offensive. Locked
But,
in.
like, I can pick a Taurus out of a room,
Right.
and I can definitely pick a Scorpio out of the room.
I told my coworker he was a bad Taurus. I was just like, you are not capitalizing on our key traits right now. He's not very stubborn. He's an angel human. And I'm like, hey, no, dig your heels in from time to time, you know?
Is he an April or a May Taurus?
April 23rd.
Hmm.
And I said, nope, what are you such a delight for?
Maybe it's because like, you're closer to a May Taurus, because like, April Tauruses and May Tauruses are very different,
Right.
but, like, you're more of, like, a May Taurus than an April Taurus, I feel like.
I'm right there on that cusp.
Yeah, but I'm like, because your birthday is pretty much at the end, like, it's the end of the month, so
Ah, love my birthday. Well, not to steal the floor from you,
yeah.
but holy shit,
How
I
were
had
you, girl?
such an amazing week so far. All right. All that to be said, I got to perform on the Ryman stage this past week. We had a company-wide talent show, and I like noticed the sign-up sheet, and I was like, am I going to be bold this year? Why not? So I signed up, and then I kind of reminded myself, pretty much everybody that I work with is a musician, and like their day to day is just getting it done for the sake of getting it done and getting a paycheck, and then they go and like pursue music. And so I was really excited just to see everybody's talents and things like that. But my goodness, walking out onto that stage, I could see nothing, and it was they started my track and it was the loudest thing in the entire world. I was like, "Oh my goodness gracious. Y'all are gonna blow a speaker." I'm like, "I'm not in Reba anymore right now."
Yeah. I
But,
always wondered that, like, if you can see faces, 'cause I know, like,
right.
obviously, like, out there you
Yeah.
can't, but, like, I always wonder if, like,
That's the whole
closer.
shtick is, like, there you're supposed to be able to, like, make eye contact with every single person, and, like, that's a fun fact that I love to tell people, but I've never been out there with the lights on and
Mhm.
whatnot, and I love the lighting guys that I work with. They're a little bit older, and I was joking around with them. I was like, "Okay, at 3 minutes, I'm gonna need a spotlight for this specific spot," and they're, like, taking me seriously. I was like, "No, no, don't do that." I'm like, "I'm already like, I need my anxiety medication," and I blacked out. I have no idea what happened. But I sang, "You Should Probably Leave" by Chris Stapleton, and it was so fun. I will be the first one to tell you that, like, I keep my singing to myself. I'm not one to share
Yeah.
with folks. So to kinda, like, surprise a lot of people and go out there and do it and, like, be fairly confident for the most part, was really fun, but I don't know, it's arguably, like, one of the most iconic stages in the entire world, and especially being able to, like, work there and tell all the stories and know the lore of it all, I was just blown away by
Mhm.
even, like, giving us that kind of opportunity, but it was so cute because I work with such a wholesome group of people, and getting up there and, like, they're playing the piano. This guy's in his mid-70s, and he's just
Mhm.
shuffling out on stage. I was like, "This is adorable." And then going into work the next day, not a single person, like, walked past me or, like, nobody didn't interact about the night before. It was just like, "Hey, that was amazing. Like, you're so brave." Just constantly, like, picking each other up, and I'm like, "Oh my god.
It's
You guys are
awesome.
really sweet." And, of course, I work with, like, such a diverse age range, and so, like, they're filling a void a little bit for, like, a grandparent vibe for me right now, and I'm
Mhm.
like, "Don't compliment me too hard, I will cry right now."
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that that was just, like my inner little girl was just so happy because my goodness, I love a microphone in my hand.
Yeah.
I really, truly do, clearly. So having
You
that
shoulda came out
opportunity
there like Sharpay Evans or some shit.
dude,
Could you imagine? Bop that to the top, queen.
girl, I would have loved the
And
opportunity.
bop that to the
Eh,
top.
and then you know what? I'm gonna pop that to the top, actually. That's the other thing. Like, a few of them, because I hadn't told anybody, they're
Yeah.
like, "We would have played the guitar for you." And I'm like, "Here's the kicker. I have no idea when to come in.
Yeah.
So, if I'm listening to you, it does not compute in my head at all.
Right.
Hence the reason I chose the song I did,
Yeah.
because I know it like the back of my hand.
Mhm.
It's one of those, it's like been in my top 5, like, most played songs for the past, I don't know, 6 years. And so I'm just like, "Okay, it's easy-ish." I don't know, I felt really confident about all of it, and
Yeah.
then by the time it was over, man, I beelined out of there.
I'd be the same way. I'd be like, "Nobody look at me."
And you wanna know what? It was honestly the cutest part is that the gal that introduced me, she texted me, like, 2 days before, and she's like, "Emily, I have an emergency." And I was like, "Oh, dear God, what?" She was like, "Please send me a recording of how to say your name."
Oh my god, that's so funny.
And I was like, "And you know what? Thank you so much for asking, because quite literally no one ever has."
Yeah.
And, it's the T, not the S that's silent. So,
Mhm.
if it sounds inappropriate, yeah, you're incorrect. But yeah, so anyways, that's kind of my check-in. I really feel like there's a part of me that really needed that.
Mhm.
It was so exciting, and, like, I don't feel like I did half bad, so I was like, "Okay, pee on the bee, miss
Pee
girl."
on the bee.
Mhm. Mhm.
Pee on the bee.
I hope that y'all have been peeing on the bee. I love just the way that sounds too. Patting yourself on the back. Let me just clarify one more time for our new fans and listeners. You get it.
I'm
You
gonna go
get
poop. I'm
it.
gonna be like, turn around. Let me pee.
Is that lady burping her? Am I burping myself side stage?
Next time
I
someone
might be.
does something awesome, I'm gonna be like, oh, turn around.
Come here. Give me that shoulder. Give me that deltoid. I'm gonna smack the hell out of it. Good job.
Let me put the P on the B.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, maybe this upcoming week is just going to be it for us, and we're going to ignore Mercury. I can't even get that out. Mercury retrograde. Yeah, no,
Stupid hoe.
I'm not into that. I also haven't had any tarot card readers on my TikTok.
You haven't?
As of
I've
recently, I'm
had
like, hey,
so many, and it's like with my reality.
I'm like, okay,
I've had so many. They've been like solidly back on my For You page for the last like month and a half, I want to say.
yeah.
I'm like, what's
No, I need some guidance, and I'm not actively seeking. It's supposed to find me.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, girls.
You're like,
Where are my girls at? I'm waiting for them to pop up right now because I need a little guidance. We still need to have a woo-woo day.
we do need to have a woo-woo day.
Oh, my goodness. But we are going to a concert on Friday, and we did
Woo!
say that we're going to be taking a Waymo there
I'm so excited.
for the experience.
I'm so excited. I got approved on the app too. I didn't realize in there you can do everything. You can set how far you want the seats up. You can connect your Spotify or Apple Music.
Oh my God, let's scooch the front seats all the way up so we have like a living room back there.
Yeah.
And good music.
Hell yeah.
Is there like a lighting feature?
No, I wish.
I'm like, can we
But we're
make them
gonna
like the karaoke cars?
I know. But the thing is, I think we're gonna have to time it correctly because I feel like they're not allowed to go on the highways and they also have to go the speed limit.
Hate.
So I think the trips are longer, but who cares?
Not me.
Who cares?
I just want to do it for the sake of doing it. And if it's the most terrifying thing we've ever really encountered,
Yeah.
I'm just not ready for the people that are going to be looking over. Because
I know.
I'm that person when I'm driving other places. If I see one of them, I am like 90-degree, fully locked
Oh
in.
yeah. I'm like
1-800 distracted.
every time.
What do you mean no one's in there?
I know, it's so
That's
crazy.
crazy.
It's honestly insane to watch them just like whip around. I'm like,
Exactly. But I'm so excited for the
Huh.
opportunity.
I am excited. I'm excited for the concert. I'm a little bit nervous as an SSRI girly, and I'm sure you were nervous too.
I'm like, don't you dare leave me out of this conversation.
Oh my God, it's gonna be so hot, Emily. I'm gonna slick the out of my hair.
You know what my issue is? And this is a vulnerable moment for me. It's always my upper lip.
Yeah.
And so you get your pat going, and if you got some decent foundation and everything going on, it just comes right off.
Yeah.
Just-
Upper lip and the very tip of my nose, which is so weird.
I've never heard of that before in my life.
Just the tip of my nose. And I mean, I'm a little bit worried about that. Like, what
No.
if my mustache, my sweat mustache glistens in the light?
I don't sweat, I sparkle. I'm gonna be keeping tabs on your ass. We got to keep tabs on each other because
Yeah.
I'm going down.
I did.
I'm going down.
I literally am gonna text you that morning, and I'm gonna make sure like you drink water.
No, we
that
both-
you drink a liquid IV. I will give you a liquid IV before you leave.
You
so
actually
that-
have to like force feed me a liquid IV. I
Yeah.
want to drink the ocean.
If you get this is my hack because I struggle with them too. But if you get like the big liter bottles,
Yeah.
it dilutes it enough.
Okay.
And it's like a lighter taste. It's not as
I'm like, can we use it
salty.
like as chaser or something?
I did that at my shot night on my 21st birthday. Did you guys do water bottles?
No.
Oh my God, we did big like water bottle jugs, and your friends make them for you and decorate it according to your theme.
What are those? Like the jugs? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Are you talking about a Borg?
A Borg. Yes.
Yeah, I think that's after. Well, we drank them.
Yeah.
but we didn't call them.
We didn't call them
jugs.
that. We called them chug jugs in college, and that was for like date dashes and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But
Yeah, we did that for like homecoming.
for your own personal, I'm like, I used to split
Well-
that with somebody else. But for your 21st, did you get your own personal?
Well, no, some people, it depends on. They're like the plastic water bottles that you can buy from like Walmart.
Yeah, that have the handle.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
And it depends on like who you are, but like some people put alcohol in it.
Uh-huh.
I personally put Pedialyte in mine.
Oh.
So that's what I was drinking all night, but obviously you do 21 shots
Oh my
on your 21st.
God.
Yeah, I did 21 shots of UV blue.
Record scratch. What in the world?
I know.
And she lives to tell the tale. That's really all that I'm getting out of this.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, disgusting. You wanna know what my brother did for his 21st birthday?
What?
He went to the casino and smoked cigars.
Okay, you guys are so polar opposite. That's insane.
We're so different. Like, his college well, granted, not to shit on our major or our degree because it's very
Don't you dare. Are you about to shit
I'm
on
a
comm right now?
I'm a very proud mass comm major with a focus in PR.
Retweet.
However, my brother is in architecture school,
All right.
which, acquires more attention. I just told y'all, like, this is why I didn't do nursing anymore. I like
Yeah,
to go out too much.
exactly. I don't need a
So
protractor. I'm gonna yap.
he kinda, like, doesn't have the time, but it's just so crazy to me how different we are.
He's like, I got a light buzz, and you're like, I got my stomach pumped.
I'm like, really? I face chugged Mad Dog 2020s when I was in college.
I stole every person's wig that was on their head at that bar that
Holy
night.
shit. Did you ever steal stuff from frats? Was that a thing at your school?
Yes, it definitely was, and lived with a serial stealer, and
Mm.
it, like, started to be known,
Yeah.
and so then I was like, "Well, now I feel like I can't because you have."
Yeah.
I'm also a nervous Nelly. Maybe a bit of a
Oh, well, me
What'd
and
you
my
get?
friends, we stole a lot of shit.
Oh, dear God.
Like, so much stuff from, like, different frats
Like,
and
what kinda stuff, though?
like, we would steal flags, we would steal plaques.
Okay.
One time we stole, it wasn't like a full composite, it was a smaller one, but we did
Right.
steal that.
Like, maybe just a pledge class kinda thing?
Yeah, we did steal a couple of, like,
Come on, let it rip.
important things that are,
Okay.
like, important to, like, their chapter. Like,
Yeah.
there was, like, this one sign, man, that shit was in our living room.
Yeah, no, absolutely, you're gonna put
We
it on
we
display.
stole all kinds of shit from them, and then we just willed it down when we graduated. We passed it
Okay.
down to, like, the girls that were moving into our
You're like,
house
"You don't know
after
the effort
us.
that we put in to get this for
I'm
you."
like, "If you guys let this get back into the
Right,
hands of these pikes,
right.
we're gonna come back.
I'm coming back with
I will
vengeance.
use a PTO day, and I will drive back here and kick your ass."
I'm gonna put your ass in line right now.
It is that
No,
serious.
like, my person was, like, stealing watches.
Oh
I'm like, "Wait."
no, we were stealing, like, fraternity memorabilia.
No, I'm like, "I wanna take all your oven mitts." "Ha ha, you're"
You guys are stealing their personal property?
"Don't say you guys. Don't put that on me. I was very clear it was not me." They're like, "It's not that bad." I'm like, I fear it's, like, the worst,
Yeah,
actually."
h you know, just
Did you ever
against
do
the
any,
law.
like, prank wars in college?
Um, I'm trying to think, did we?
'Cause we lived next to, like, a frat live out, and I was not involved
Yeah.
in the prank war between, like, our neighbors and, like, my roommates. It
Mhm.
was, like, 2 of my roommates were doing it. They took our back door off the hinges in the middle of the night,
Stop.
and that royally pissed me off. So
Yeah.
guess whose turn it is now? You've officially made this my problem. You put my safety at, like, in the way kinda
Uh-huh.
situation. I saw red. I knocked on the door. Oh, door open? Amazing. Their entire ceiling was decorated with flags.
Mhm.
I'm just jumping and taking every flag down, and
Amazing.
I'm literally like, one of them is walking up to their front door, and I'm, like, trying to rip it off the hinges. I was like, "No, I'm pissed right now."
Yeah.
And he wasn't a part of it either, but I will say I'll give my roommates credit because they had a really good one, and they just put a receipt on their kitchen table for a tarantula. And they didn't
Oh,
actually buy one. They just, like, went to a pet store and, like, they were like, "Can you print out a receipt for this?" And they'll think it's loose in their house.
that's pretty funny.
No, that is pretty funny
Oh, I love
and a
that.
lot less destructive than what I did.
Yeah. No, ours was more just like the fraternities and sororities, we would just steal shit from each other. Like, we had bid day banners hung up in our
Yeah.
house, and, like, they would come and, like,
Oh, that's
after,
fun.
like, pre-games or something. That's why, like, sometimes we
Mhm.
would have to literally be which we should have been the last ones out of our house anyway, but,
Right?
like, a lot of the times we weren't.
Mhm.
But, like, it got to the point where we needed to be because we were like, "If we leave,
Mhm.
they're gonna come in here and they're gonna steal all of our like, literally everything off of our
Exactly.
walls." And I think we also had a paddle too, which that's, like, a big deal to have.
Yeah, especially, like, the frats ones.
Yeah.
God, sometimes I do miss college,
I
but
know. I don't
this
think
is
it's cool to be in a sorority or fraternity anymore.
no, but that's
I
because
don't
I
think the kids are doing it anymore.
genuinely think that, like, we're some of the last classes and or generations to have a lot of those traditional things before now it's, like, illegal
Mhm.
or,
Yeah.
like, highly monitored, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I feel like there was so many traditions that my And I say pledge class. Apparently, it's member class now because you're not allowed to say pledge.
Yeah, that became a thing when I went to college. So
Really?
2018, yeah,
Okay.
because that was like a brand new rule that they were implementing because like we couldn't be called pledges. Yeah,
Really?
we had to be called new
Interesting.
members.
I mean, hey, the older ladies of my sweet sorority just loved ripping pledge.
Yeah.
Come here, pledge.
Oh, I wish I could have been called pledge.
I
Like, who
know.
cares?
God, and that's the thing is just like we did not haze. There was none of that,
Yeah,
at least in my
my
school.
sorority was the same way. Like,
Yeah.
and at this point, like, I have no reason to lie. Like,
No.
I'm don't go there anymore. I'm not tied there anymore. Like,
No.
if they hated me, I would have said it, and they
Yeah.
genuinely did not.
No. We did like a I'm gonna keep ripping pledge, a pledge class retreat before we got initiated.
Same.
And so they had us all like downstairs in this basement and they're like stomping around upstairs. They come downstairs and they're like, all right, there's 20 handles of vodka in the garage. You have 2 hours to finish them. And we're all like, come on. And they're like, just kidding. You guys are going to pass this candle around and share your deepest, darkest secrets. And I was like,
We did that, but we passed around a rose.
I don't know. This could have been like a lot more interesting.
I don't want to do that.
I want the Netflix documentary. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God. I remember my freshman year, the floor I lived on, like it was so interesting. So one side,
Mhm.
it was like two sides, and then it was separated by like a little kitchen and
Okay.
hangout area. One side of the floor, nobody left their rooms. We never saw them, didn't really talk to them. And
Right.
then the other side, like we were best friends. Like, and I saw all of them at my friend Erica and Parker's wedding last May.
Oh.
And Parker, it's funny, I was friends with him first before
Yeah.
like meeting Erica, and now she's my best friend. But
And they got married.
yeah,
That's so cute.
and they all like lived on that one side, but like two of my friends, they were in a fraternity, and the week of them, like their I week,
Mhm.
dude. Actually, I don't know if it was their I week or if it's when they got like their dad in their
Okay.
fraternity, but one of my friends, because they drink. The fraternity is like they're gonna force you to drink.
On the dry week, absolutely.
I had my door open. I don't know if they actually had their door open or not, but I could hear him violently vomiting.
Just not well. Yeah, welcome back.
And I
Welcome
was
to
like,
it.
good God, what'd they do to you? Fraternity rush at my school was insane. I would have done anything for our rush to be like that. It was like we had strict rules like that for us.
Okay, yeah.
But like, yeah, during the week of recruitment for like us, we couldn't go out or anything.
Mhm.
And then usually like the guys rush would be like a couple of weeks later.
Yeah.
And it usually consisted of 4 events that usually was like dodgeball,
Right.
a barbecue,
Mhm.
and then a dinner, and then bid day.
Exactly. Can you
And
throw a
it's
football on the lawn?
it's them just getting up with each other,
Yeah.
keying, if you will,
Mhm.
having a key with each other, and then
That's my brother.
they're like, I think this could work out. Like, I don't know, man. I just like really see a spot for you in Sigma Phi Epsilon.
No, but I also, now that I think about it, I feel like a lot of people are recruited throughout the summer because they put their
Yeah.
they do their own recruiting and events
Well,
throughout the summer, and then they already have an idea of who they
yeah.
want for their houses, and there's so many legacies with the
And
guys.
sorority rush is like no joke.
No.
I'm like, we should be doing it like the dudes. And
No,
I hate to say that. I don't want to give them credit, but like they're doing something right.
they are doing something right. But it was super daunting because I remember just like walking around campus and seeing all the guys, and they're like taunting you and stuff like that, and I'm like,
As a freshman, you're like, oh my God. They literally treat you like you're fresh meat.
my Rogam told me that I wasn't allowed to speak to you.
It's insane.
My
Yeah.
God.
I think my pref night houses were because was an Alpha Chi Omega, but what was my other one? Alpha Phi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I ended up choosing Alpha Chi because at the time when I was
Mhm.
there, it was literally the only diverse sorority there.
Really?
Yeah, it was the only sorority. Like I remember walking into that house on the first night, and like it was the only house where I saw like different shades,
And
different shades, different shapes and sizes.
takes a breath out. You're like, oh, thank God.
I'm like, everybody looks different because I
Right.
feel like that's honestly like a lot of like the shit sororities get because like
They look like me. I'll be the first to say it. Hi, I drank the Kool-Aid.
but I really loved Alpha Chi's philanthropy.
Mhm.
So I'm like, I got to be a part of that.
I don't remember what is the philanthropy for yours?
Domestic violence awareness.
Wow,
Mhm.
alright,
Hey,
alright.
they showed a video, and I remember, like,
Yeah,
during
that
one
ought
of
to
the
do
nights
it.
of recruitment, I was like,
Wait,
"Somebody
funny
does
story.
philanthropies."
So Pullman gets, like, 3 feet of snow with every single winter. It's a
Mhm,
nightmare. So I had switched out, and I was borrowing one of our family cars, which just so happened to be a Chevy Silverado 2003. His name is Rico. Rico dies
mhm,
religiously.
right.
Whenever you need him the most, he's not gonna fire up. And I was parked right out front of Alpha Phi.
Mhm.
Lexus, 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 Rico, Lexus, Lexus. And so I like knocked on the door. I was like, "Hi, can one of you give me a jump?" And they were like, straight up, no. I was like, ah, shit.
They're like, "Not with my car, you poor bitch."
I'm like, it'll turn on and then I'm spinning out because I don't have sandbags in the back of the truck. I'm just like, oh my God.
They're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, poor person outside."
Poor alert.
That's how I felt, like, at Mizzou. Like, at those big SEC schools, I'd walk
Yes.
around, I'm like, "Oh, man, they could smell me. They're gonna think I'm poor."
They can see the green coming off of my neck from my Kendra Scott necklace. Oh no.
Because everyone's driving around in Range Rovers and shit, and I'm like, "Oh god, where's middle class at?"
Yeah. This is a state school. What's going on?
Oh, man. Showing up to an SEC school, you're like, "Well, shit."
I'm like, I have $150. Am I going to go to the bar or am I going to buy my next history paper?
Right. See, and that is a good part about going to, like, a smaller state school is, like,
Yeah.
your college town is cheap as hell.
Yeah.
Like, the drinks at my favorite bar that, like, me and all my friends went to were $3, and then they had, like,
Yes.
a 10 for 10 deal where
The,
you'd pay
the,
$10 and then you get 10
the
drinks.
deals would be absolutely absurd. We had like, our bar was called, oh my God, can I even get this out? Valhalla? We call it V Hall. But my roommate worked there as a bartender. And it was called Cat Hour, where it was like ladies, like shots are only like $2.
Mhm.
So you said 21 shots on your birthday.
Yeah.
Thursdays, it was like 10 shots of tequila with a glass of pineapple juice. And I'm like, all right, who wants to hang out? I'm like, just the sheer thought of behaving that way.
Oh,
And
yeah.
would have an excellent evening, be an absolute menace to society. I think it's really funny because my best friend Lauren and I, we decided like senior year during COVID when we had the time, send every single picture and video that we have into a group meet just between the two of us.
Oh my
I'm
god,
like, I
I
don't
haven't
trust.
heard the words "group me."
And I promise you, every single one of them is still there and active.
Oh, I miss college, I'm gonna cry.
I know, but I tapped into the group me before her bachelorette party and I was just like, I can share some memories. And I was like, I'm not doing that to myself. The first video I click on is me barefoot in my kitchen, cleaning up like beer on the floor. And I'm like, I have a tetanus shot. Nothing can kill me. Most things can, Miss Girl. Even though
I'm sure
late in
some of
life,
the
tetanus
houses
shots
we
are
lived
hard.
in could have killed us.
I needed a tetanus shot
Oh,
regardless.
yeah.
Like, that was without a doubt necessary. Oof. Because again, college houses are supposed to be absolutely foul.
They are. You're supposed to live in squalor.
It's
Like,
part of.
why is, like, nobody or what's going on? Nobody's, like, broke college kids anymore.
No, that's where I'm like, 12th South has changed so much and it is like so fancy now and everything like that. But
Yeah.
I'm like, since it's so close to Vanderbilt and Belmont, it was primarily like students like splitting some of those like fancy homes and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Now they're like, no, that's my family home. I'm like,
Like, whatever.
sucks
I lived in
tea.
a shitty house that was a converted duplex.
Oh, that black mold is gonna haunt me for the
My
next 100
mom,
years.
like, my mom and then my friend Cameron's mom, they both walked in and, like, for the first time, because we had toured it,
Yeah,
but obviously they didn't. We
of course
showed
not.
them pictures. When they walked in for the first time, they were like, "This house is a piece of shit." I was like, "Don't you talk about her like that."
I'm like, but does the door lock?
I'm like, "This is the most beautiful house I've ever been in." We had an,
Sparkle and charm.
enclosed, porch
Ugh.
on the 2nd floor.
Ooh.
It was the
Wait,
best.
that's so spoiled.
Yeah.
Just having a porch in general.
Yeah, except a fraternity guy did throw his head through the window. I still to this day don't really know, like, why he did that. I just know that, like, they were but shocker, they were Pikes. They were around on our porch up there,
Okay.
and somehow one of their heads ended up through the window. He
I
paid
mean,
for it, but
well, yeah.
having to call, "Hey," the leasing company because they were, like, amazing. They
Mhm.
leased all of their houses to college kids. Like, we had
Yeah.
such a good relationship with them. But
Just
having to call them the next day and be like, I think her name was Jen. We were like, "Hey,
"Hey,
Jen."
girl.
So you're never gonna believe this.
I have a fun factoid for you, Miss Girl. I've busted through a screen door before. It's just like sometimes you just don't really like resonate that it's there.
Yeah.
But I don't know because I feel like the ground was the next option for him. I busted through and it was like a balcony.
Well, I'm just shocked that he didn't hurt himself.
He-
Like, he didn't hurt himself. He didn't have a scratch. I'm like, how your head went through glass.
Oh, I thought you were talking
Yes.
about like the mesh screen door.
No,
Okay,
girl.
no.
Like a glass window. Like, what? Like,
All right.
fraternity guys are kind of crazy,
Oh God, yeah.
especially when they're drinking. Like, what did Stassi say about Jack's cavemen on spring break? That is
Exactly.
literally what they are.
Following suit on fraternity guys, one of my absolute favorite stories. I took entomology in college, and if you're not familiar, that's the study of bugs. But
Why
I
did you
was
take
like,
that? Just an elective?
we needed to have a lab like completed for our undergrad stuff.
Mhm.
And everybody else was doing like geology and they would have to go on field trips. They would have to do all these different things. And I hadn't heard of anybody taking entomology. So I took it up on a Friday at 3 o'clock. Mind
Mhm.
you, that sucked so
That
much because
yeah,
it's a 2 hour situation.
awful.
But you get an A just for showing up because it's a Friday at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
One thing about Washington State University, they did create the murder hornet. They have this little warehouse where they're making little mutants, and they took us out there. That was our only field trip. And we were bestowed a solo cup. It was like, find partner and collect as many things as you can on the grounds. So I'm looking around
No.
and I was like, I'm not going to do that at all. I
No.
have absolutely
No.
no business. And I don't know what I'm going to run into out here. Regardless, I scanned the room and I found one character that I knew was just debaucherous as hell.
Mhm.
And so I chose him, and he was on LSD or Molly and also just like high kind of
You
situation.
would choose
But
him.
he was like, oh my God, on one and so excited.
Well,
So
yeah, you could probably hear colors.
he filled up 2 cups.
Of course
And they're
he
filled to the
did.
brim and just squishing them in there. The whole cup is like vibrating. And he like walks up to me and his eyes are like tweaking. He's like, did I do good? I'm like, you are diving into the bushes over there. I'm just like, this is the strangest situation, but I've never been more thankful for a fraternity man that's utilizing substances. All that to be said, we brought it up last week. The game, we're not really strangers. And so I pulled a few more cards for today's episode. Can I rip a question for you, Miss Girl?
Please do.
Alrighty. I kind of liked this one. What has been your earliest recollection of happiness?
I would say
You can go anywhere with this.
my earliest recollection of happiness is probably the One Direction concert in 2014. Now, my only qualm with that night is the fact that 5 Seconds of Summer was supposed to open, but they didn't because they performed on the VMAs.
Okay, well, good for them. Oh,
Which I remember vividly, the VMAs were on a Sunday, my concert was on a Tuesday. So
that actually doesn't add up.
I obviously you guys just don't want to work hard. So
So that's that on that. I think that that's actually the perfect answer.
and you want to know why it was so insane.
Of course.
So my mom had gotten me tickets for Christmas,
Uh-huh.
and me and my best friend Kayla went together. And my tickets were for like the 300 level, and it was like a stadium show. It was
Yeah.
where the Rams played once upon a time when they were St. Louis Rams.
Okay.
And we went there and my mom dropped us off, and like we were walking to like the section where you go in to go up to the 300s.
Mhm.
And these two girls stopped us and they were like, "Hey, we can't make it to the show anymore. Like, do you want our floor seats?"
What?
And we were like, "Do you
To the One Directions?
I was like, wait, what?" And she's like, "Yeah, do you want our floor seats?" And I don't have Dropbox on my phone
Why do I
because
feel
I
that's
have
like
all of the videos from it. But yeah, she literally gave us her floor seats. Went in, they worked. We were like in section A, like so close to the stage. Me and Kayla lost our minds. It was the best night of my entire life. I peaked out. Nothing will ever be better.
I'm like thinking about the Justin Bieber movie when Scooter Braun would go out, or like in his mom Patty, and they would like give people those kinds of seats. I'm like, you had a Scooter Braun moment.
Yeah, nothing like that has ever happened to me again. I've never been that lucky again.
Oh my God.
But like, wow, it was amazing.
Ugh.
Those two girls, they don't know what they did.
No, not at all. Clearly. Uh, incredible. Oh, well, we have another question I wanna get to. Ooh, okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
What question are you trying to answer in your life right now? I know, give it a moment.
I'm, like, trying to because, like, what I wanna say, I'm gonna let it rip, but I have to make sure that I say it in a nice way. I think I said this at the beginning of the episode, I'm feeling bitchy this week.
Right, right.
So bitchy. So, like, where my mind goes is to preface,
Mhm,
I am, like, a ultra independent person, s
mhm.
in kind of in a way where it's not healthy, where I probably should ask for help
Right.
more than I do,
Mhm,
but I'm just a very independent, self-sufficient person,
mhm.
and lately, I have just found myself asking, "Why can people not figure it the out?"
That mhm.
You know what I mean?
I do know.
Figure it the fuck out.
Apply yourself.
Please.
Let's have some
Try.
common sense is not bestowed to every single person, and it's really hard to
No.
be taught, but, like, reading a room and just, like, being a part of society, they go hand in hand.
Yes,
They go hand in hand.
it is literally, like it's getting to the point where when I go to, like, public places, it
Mm.
feels like I am experiencing everybody's first day on earth, and I
Ooh.
know that I am not this irritable or miserable of a person anymore. I'm
Mhm.
medicated. So, like, I cannot there's no way that I'm just being irrational. I feel like people are dumb. We're regressing.
No, we are regressing, and we have so many other things we can rely on now to,
Yeah.
blame it on.
Right. Well, I think that, like, what it stems from is people are so worried about themselves that,
Yes.
like, people have just lost that ability to think about other people around
Right.
them,
Mhm.
which I guess is, like, another question I'm asking myself, like, what happened? How did we get here?
I think that to backpack off of that, like, being selfish has been a really big topic of conversation, I feel like, within the past few years.
Yeah.
I feel like the topic of being selfish, people are like, "No, I do need to choose myself, and I do need to, like, da 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 da." And so there's that rise of, like,
Yeah.
I feel good about being selfish, and then
Right.
but you don't really consider the way that it does not always relay well in society.
Exactly. I saw this
There's
TikTok
gotta be a balance.
and this girl had, like, this amazing analogy, and it's
Mhm.
perfect for this situation. It's like, imagine, like, you're at a company party and there's people online. One person sees the amount of pizza that there is, and they only take one slice to make sure that other people have
Everybody.
enough,
Yes.
and then another person will take as much as they can to make sure they have enough.
Right.
And I just feel like that's the way that
Like, let's be
society's kinda
mindful.
leaning. Yeah, it's just there's no ability to think about
Mhm.
other people around them.
And then let me know if you relate to this or not, but, like, as a recovering people pleaser,
Mhm.
I feel like one of the first traits that you have as a people pleaser is to be overly mindful.
Yeah.
And so the way that you, like, can clock how selfish people can be
Mhm.
or how they are just not considerate in certain situations where it wouldn't even cross my mind. It's unfathomable to behave like that,
Yeah.
to say certain things. It goes so much further than just like, "Oh, they were rude to, like, a service worker," or something like
Yeah.
that, and you're like, "That is so base level." This is,
Right.
like, having genuine interactions with people, like, this is how you are choosing this is a decision to behave like
Yeah.
that. That is
And
insane!
it's like common sense shit that I'll see. I'm like, guys, we're taught this in like elementary school,
Right. And
preschool.
we're one of the last generations to get that.
Yeah.
Like, the kids today are wilding, and so I'm not ready for all of that. Like,
No.
some of my teacher friends will be like, "Yeah, this kid told me to shut the up today." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god." So that's what we're in for,
Mhm.
but, like, we're supposed to be one of the last generations that are considerate.
Yeah.
Um, and that's also where, like, going back to college, like, doesn't matter what your degree is, but the biggest thing that you get out of it is critical thinking skills.
Absolutely.
And sure, you can shit on a comm major, but we genuinely know how to communicate and,
Mhm.
like, it is an art form and, like, read the room and know
Yeah.
how to, like, interact with people, and there's a certain part of you that might lose a little bit of your authenticity, but it's just, like, to sacrifice a moment of your authenticity to make sure that you're applicable in a situation or you're handling yourself well,
Yeah.
whew, huge.
Especially like because did you have a focus in PR
Mm,
or yeah, I was like it was that or a minor.
yeah.
But like especially with the PR sides of things, you really kind of learn how to read situations.
You have to anticipate the
Exactly.
situations. Okay,
It
let's
really,
chalk
you
it up
know
to
what?
that and not being a people
Period. It is
pleaser.
an art form, thank you.
Yeah,
Because people talk so much shit on mass comm and
yeah.
that whole world, but it really being able to communicate in
Mhm,
any capacity, in
mhm.
any room, any way, shape, or form is a skill that I am learning a lot of people do not have
No.
at all.
Mm-mm.
And it's a little terrifying, especially as we get to our big ages. Not that we're like old, obviously, like we're not.
No.
We still have a lot more life to live, but
We're at that point where we don't call out that we're adulting anymore. Like,
exactly.
we're just living it.
Yeah.
You don't need to point that out
Like, hey, we're
anymore.
here,
We're
girl.
grown.
Yeah.
Huh, I'm
And
adulting.
I'm
You're
like,
like,
people
"Congratulations."
around me, y'all don't feel too grown. I'm like,
Mm.
I felt like I was very nice. I'm very proud of myself.
That was great. No, that was a really good answer, and honestly, you
I had to
tapped
take
into
a deep
something
breath
that
there
I
for a second because I did almost say an asshole thing. I kept it in though.
everybody claps in the chat for Kalee. Actually, dare I say, pee on the bee, baby. Pee on the damn
Yes.
bee. Well, I guess following suit with you, what question am I trying to answer the most in my life right
Hmm.
now? It's what's next?
Yeah.
I am so uncomfortable with change, and I feel like I have had the most inconsistent season of life the
Hmm.
past 2, 3 years, to the point where I find so much comfort in knowing what's coming next for me, or the way that I'm moving, I'm doing the right things for the next step. It's so blurry,
Yeah.
and I feel like yes, we just said we're not old, but, like, I do feel like I'm too old at this very point right now where I'm at to, like, not be sure of what's coming up next for
Hmm.
me, or I'm like, I'm supposed to be at a different stage in life. And so I feel like that kind of goes through my mind a lot on repeat. And then I also have just been humbled
Yeah.
so hard. And there's something actually really peaceful about like a full ego death. I have completely let go of every single like stubborn part of me that was like, this isn't supposed to be going like this. This is not what I planned. Da da
Hmm.
da 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 da. Da. When you kind of like let go and just start coasting and living your life day by day, you don't stress yourself out, and I feel like there is a beauty in that. However, the extreme discomfort and not knowing, like, what my next moves are
Hmm.
and just trying to, like, be in the moment. I'm like, "Huh, I can go with the flow as long as I know what time the flow starts," and
Yeah.
did you see that TikTok? That
Oh yeah.
guy?
And that's on being a tourist for real,
Yeah,
especially with the change thing. Like, and that is totally fair. Change
it's
is hard.
no, I mean, losing jobs, going through breakups, losing family members, it just feels like there's something around every corner as I'm
Hmm.
getting older and experiencing all these new things. And I'm just like, I just want something consistent, something to stick around, something
Yeah,
that I can rely on. Just for that safety aspect,
for
I think
sure.
that you can tie it up to being a Taurus. I tie it up to being an Enneagram 6 personally. I am so like loyalty and safety based.
Yeah.
Like, safety is always going to be my first priority. I've been through some shit in my life.
Hmm.
And you're probably listening. But all of that to be said, I feel like for me to feel comfortable about the way that I've gone about things and reacted to situations, and am I being mindful of what's coming up next in my life, I feel like a little bit lost.
Hmm.
So I definitely think that that's been a very pressing question in my life. And I had a phone call with my dad last night because we were talking about the stars on stage thing. And I just mentioned to him, I was like, he's like, "Well, do you wanna start, like, actually, like, applying yourself to sing and do stuff like that?" And I'm like, "Well, how will I ever top going up there on that stage? What am I gonna go do elsewhere?"
Hmm.
I'm like, "I'll just stick to Critter's watering hole and do some karaoke from time to time." But I was just telling him, I was just like, I mean, at that point, I don't know what's next for that. I don't know what's next for anything else.
Hmm.
Just kind of up in the air and trying to do my best for the day by day. But he's like, you need to live in the moment and really take advantage of the opportunities given to you on a daily basis. You cannot stress and only ever think about the future. Otherwise, you're going to miss out what you're going through right now.
Hmm.
To which I responded, now, which one of us is medicated?
Yeah. No, that's like that's
Hey,
honestly
that's beautiful.
I like love that like you brought that up honestly. What you're talking about has been my journey for like the last I would say like 4 months. I'm definitely like I've really focused on that this year cuz I have made myself sick over like the fact that my life isn't going how exactly how I thought it was going to go and like it kind of makes you feel like you're failing in some
Yes.
ways and
Yes.
but I really have like come to the conclusion recently that like The only person who put those expectations on me is me. I was definitely one of those people in high school that was like, I'm going to
Mhm.
meet the love of my life in college, and then I'm
Mhm.
going to graduate, and I'm going to get married, and then I'm going to have a kid young, like when
Mhm.
I'm like 24, 25.
Right.
And and I'm going to have all of these things, and I'm going to have a career that I love, and I'm going to be doing what I love every single day, and I'm going to have all of these things. And when
Yeah.
it hasn't gone like
Mm-mm.
that, it did make me feel like a failure. But
Right.
now I'm realizing, Kalee, you don't even want any of those things.
It's that, but it
So,
taps into a weird insecurity.
yeah. But I definitely recently have just been like really vibing with, I don't know what's going to come next. I know,
Thousand
but I know it's going to be awesome.
because my tarot card reader said
Yeah.
so.
Well, and it's just cuz like I think that like your thoughts and the things that you think and you say and you
Mhm.
put out there like hold a lot of power, and people
Right.
can call that woo woo. I'm a very woo woo person. Like,
Yeah.
I believe in manifestation, and I
Mhm.
believe in the power of words. And I
Like
think that like you can speak things
mhm.
into reality. So like, yeah, I don't know what's I do have no idea.
Mhm.
Like, for the first time in my life, I have no idea what's going on,
Yeah.
and it stresses me out a little bit. But I think that
Mhm.
being able to find, like, the beauty in it,
Yeah.
and, like, realizing that, like, for the first time, like, you truly have so much control over where your life is gonna
Mhm.
go. And I think if you look at it as an exciting thing, it kinda helps with the anxiety and the
Yeah.
feeling like you're a failure, because like, it
Yes.
sucks to feel like that.
Yes. I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm applying to well over like 500 jobs after losing mine and just not even being considered. I'm just second guessed. Like, what am I doing here? Like, do I need to switch up the entire game plan for everything that like my plan was?
Mhm,
Um, and just kind of trying to find comfort in things are not going the way that I wanted them to.
mhm.
And I don't have control over that. And that's okay
Yeah.
and things are gonna work out the way that they're supposed to, and it's a lot easier said than done, but that's where I really do chalk it up to actively applying myself in therapy, and I know that there's different kinds of therapy that'll probably be more beneficial for me someday, but, like, the talk therapy and just, like, really finding a safe space, and this gal just lets me work through it. I feel like we're very similar that, like, we're so tapped into our mental health, and we have so much information that we're able to look up and, like, try and understand ourselves, like, what's your attachment style or what kind of trauma, like, adheres to you kinda
Mhm,
situation, and how best to work through everything, and so I feel like with me, like, I'm so aware of the things going on that are wrong with me, and I'm like, "Okay, congratulations, you cracked that code, how are you gonna fix it?" Like, what's your game plan here?
yeah.
And for me, it really needed to be like, "Sit down, be humble, have your slice of humble pie, you're not the shit." And, like, I feel like that's also that goes down to a lot of people from what you answered earlier that if you're not mindful, have your slice of humble pie. Take a
Mhm.
second, check in with yourself. Is this really who you are?
Yeah.
Because I was like, "I'm so deserving of this. How is everybody else getting opportunities over me?" And yada, 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 and I get into that negative space, and then it's just like, "Girl, shut up. Live in today.
Yeah,
Live in today."
honestly.
And you know what? Accept that email that says, "Thank you for applying," in parentheses, name of position and company. I was just like, "Thank you for taking the time to write out my name."
Yeah, wow, thank you. Thank you
Um,
so much. Yeah.
so that's where it's just like, I feel like trying to find the comfort in not failing,
Mhm.
but not being where I wanna be.
Well, and just also realizing that, sorry, and I mean, I might get a little political, like,
Mhm.
there's a lot of things that are just out of our control right now. Like, we are the first generation who is probably not gonna do better than our parents, and
No.
that's a really sad reality. The job
Yeah.
market is horrible. A
Mhm.
lot of jobs aren't paying like, they're just
No.
not paying livable wages.
No.
It's impossible right now.
Right.
So I think that that's, like, another thing that I've been telling
And it's just like
myself, that I'm like, we're doing
mhm.
everything that, like, we can and that we're supposed to be doing, and it should be working, but due to things out of our control,
Yeah. That's
it's
where
not.
going back to what I mentioned where, like, just I don't wanna blame it on COVID, but it's just like the world we were raised in and prepared for
Mhm.
is not the world that we are in today.
No.
And, like, even being a PR major, like, sure, poo-poo it, but, like, PR is very prevalent in the way that it runs now. and the way it is, like, arguably one of the most important facets in any
Mhm.
company.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
think people realize how important PR is.
no, because 'cause we're fully on socials, and, like, that information is expected of you,
Mhm.
and so it's just like, how are we, like, putting it all out there? I don't know.
Yeah.
I digress, but my goodness gracious, this is not the world that we were prepped for,
No, this
and
is
then it's
not
hard for our
what we were
parents
promised.
to parent
Yeah.
because they're like, "Well, I can't say what my parents did,
Mhm.
and now this isn't applicable to how I would love to help you." But it's just like even like the average cost of like being a homeowner like these days
Yeah.
or average times of people getting married, average times of people having kids.
Yeah.
Like
Like, when
it's
my
equally alarming for our generation when people are having kids at like
yeah.
25, 26. Genuinely, how are you affording that sometimes?
Yeah, like, when my mom was my age, she had me, my parents owned a house,
Yes, exactly.
like,
And
and now I'm like, there's absolutely no way. There is no way.
mm-mm. So it is validating knowing that like it's not just you.
Yeah,
Like, there is a comfort in knowing there's millions of people out there that
yeah,
aren't getting opportunities due
like
to AI or smaller companies and,
mhm,
like, pay isn't great and da da da
yeah,
da 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 da. There's always gonna be a reason for all of this shit.
right,
It does feel, like, comfortable, but
yeah, like, I obviously want better for us, and I think that
mhm.
we deserve better. I know, like, our age group is I mean, the world is really struggling right now,
Yeah.
but, like, I know our age group is really, really struggling right now because we just kinda feel defeated, and it's
Yeah.
like you try to take steps forward, but
Mhm.
nothing everything's just
That's where when
impossible.
everything's, like, going wrong, my go-to is I need a W. I need a win. Give me one singular win, and I will ride that.
Yeah.
Like, that's where
That's
I'm at right now.
that's
Give
what
me the bare
I'm
minimum.
taking my hands off of the wheel. I don't care. Like, dead ass. Like, look me in my eyes. I do not care. Don't come at me with some bullshit. Don't come at me being weird. Like,
Miss me with
I
it.
can't. 'Cause and I'm sure you relate to this too when you spend so many years caring about your career, caring about your future, and working so hard and putting so much blood, sweat, and tears into it, and you just kinda get to the point where you're like, "I've done everything I can do. I don't care.
That's what I'm
Whatever happens is
saying.
gonna happen, and my future, I don't know what it's gonna be, but I know it's gonna be good." But I
Yes.
can't make myself sick over it anymore.
No, and that's where I'm just like, I do find comfort in knowing that when I hit my points of, like, I do not care.
Mhm.
I don't give a shit. I no spoons left. I'm tapped kinda situation. You kinda need to take a step back and be like, "Okay, but all the work we put into our mental health and finding a regimen that works for us, we actively work our asses off to care."
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So it's just like there's always gonna be that little indicator of, like, even at your, like, lowest point, you're still putting work into yourself.
Yeah.
And that is the best thing that you can do. That way you can handle these feelings of defeat. You can handle these feelings of or not even handle it, but you can really embrace, like, something better is coming.
Yeah. Well, especially when you're low, you're just kinda like, "Okay, I have to spend some time, like, fighting for me.
Yeah.
I can't fight for everybody else. I can't fight to get you guys to like me."
That doesn't work well.
No. Like,
I've learned.
there's just so many things that I've had to take a step back from this year that, like, have overall made me so much happier. Like, the last, like, 3 months, I am blown away. I'm
Yeah.
blown away, but genuinely, it's because I have taken a step back, and I'm like, "I have got to worry about myself and what it is
Right.
that I want. I can't care about what you all
Which
think about
also
me."
it's like a full circle moment. We get to sit here and we get to debrief and we get to like let people in on these conversations that we both have relied on now for close to 4 years.
Yeah,
Like being a safe space for each other and just
right.
like
And how different our conversations
how
used to
different the
be.
conversations used to be. And that's where I'm like, we both deserve really good things and to build our careers and to build relationships and do all of these different things. But it is beautiful to see the way that we've been able to grow up.
Yeah. Like, I really do feel like when I met you, I was a shell of a human. I was a 22-year-old shell of a human. You've seen me through some rough shit for sure. So,
As have
like,
you with me.
it is so interesting now because I feel like all of the people that I have let into my life in Nashville, I feel like have never actually gotten to experience me and,
Mhm.
like, who I actually am just because of how my years have gone here
Yeah.
and things I've been through and my experiences, it kind of caused me to, like, almost kill off my personality.
Right.
So, like, now I'm kind of coming back to the point where, like, I do feel more like myself, but kind of realizing that that version of myself, like, before I was 22 and before I moved here, like, I will probably never see her again. And
And
there's, like, a grieving process with that, for sure, because
that
it wasn't my doing.
no.
It was against my will.
Yeah.
I never thought anything was wrong with me until
That's
for the first time I had people in my life making
right.
me feel like there was something wrong with
Mhm.
me.
Mhm.
It's made me a stronger bitch for sure. And I definitely crumbled for a little bit, but then I was like, "Hold on."
I'm her.
Actually, I turned 25 and I realized I don't have the energy for this shit anymore.
I'm
I
developed.
really no.
Hey, well, cheers to growth. And a P on the beat.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, Miss Girl, I kind of want to talk some tunes with you. Give us your top 3 for the week. I feel like as we've
Heck
been
yeah.
talking through all of these, I have like a song for each point of our conversation. You know what I mean?
My songs are all over the all over the place this week.
Well, yeah, we need to stay on brand.
Um, so my first song, this artist is one that I have been following for like the last couple of years.
Okay.
And she is still smaller. Her name's Tiffany Day.
Okay.
And she has kind of transitioned into the hyper pop world. But she's got some bangers, and my favorite song by her right now is Same LA.
Okay.
Um, Bangin'.
Rockin',
My
bangin'.
second song is As by Stevie Wonder. I've really been back on my Stevie Wonder kick. I've loved him for a while, but like I always just kind of come back to
Right.
him. He's one of those artists where like I won't listen to for like a period of time, then I'll
Yeah.
come back and I'm like, "Oh my God, how on earth did I forget?"
Every time it just comes right back around.
Yeah, and I love listening to him in the morning. There's something about his voice that really just kind of soothes me.
And we need that.
It's like when I have like my slow mornings on the weekends and I like make my coffee and I've been listening to Stevie Wonder for the last like month every Saturday and
Mornings with
Sunday.
Stevie.
Yep.
That's adorable.
So that and then Expectations by Olivia Rodrigo.
Fantastic.
That's a manifestation song right there.
I know that's right because I did indeed listen
Yeah.
to the album the exact way
I'm
you told me to.
yeah, I'm not kissing any boy that is passive.
Uh,
Why are guys so nonchalant nowadays?
because that would mean they actually have to give a shit about something
Oh my God.
aside from themselves.
No one wants to yearn anymore.
No, no one wants to yearn. They want to use. They want to be.
They want to stand on elevated surfaces at bars.
I know that's right.
Isn't that weird?
No, it is weird. I heard a really crazy comparison the other day.
Uh-huh.
And it was like, oh, so a girl that goes after a guy with money is a gold digger, but have you ever been around a man with a girl that lives with her own apartment? Like, holy damn. Holy
You
damn.
know what? Yeah.
Because one thing about that, we're going to use them. But I'm just blown away, honestly, by like the behaviors of the male constituents in our generation right now. I don't know, because I feel like I'm just not bold enough sometimes, and I don't care enough right now to like be in that relationship space.
Yeah.
But at the
It
same time,
just
like, make it exciting, make me want to.
in order for me to like date anybody right now, like they truly have to like be something special. I have standards that I will never ever waver from. And one of them
And don't
honestly
you
is
dare.
being passive. One of the last guys that I talked to, like after I took a break,
Mhm.
I've been on a break after talking to him because I'm
Mhm.
just like, that was probably like 8 months ago. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like when's the last time we talked about that? Probably like
Am I supposed to be
November.
honest?
I think it was
I'm in a pickle.
I think it was
But yeah, I think it was
November
November.
of
Mhm.
like 2025.
Mhm,
And
mhm,
part of
mhm.
the reason why I stopped talking to him,
Let it rip.
and girls will love this. It's Vogue came out with that article that was like, it's embarrassing to have a boyfriend. And I
Mhm.
read that shit and there were some valid points, and I was like, honestly, yeah. And to the core of it, like he just was unimpressive to me.
Like, what do
I'm
you
like,
add?
you never like you're not trying. Like
Yeah.
we're glorified pen pals at this point. You're not actively trying to impress me or show
No.
that you even are interested in me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not feeling that from you.
No.
Like, I feel like I'm talking to a friend, and it's like these guys don't wanna try.
And I feel like as it's you gotta, like, go through the process and experience it, but it's just like if you are actively applying yourself harder and you're like, "Damn, my back hurts from carrying this
Yeah.
conversation
Can
right
you just,
now."
like, show that you like me? Or, like, what are we doing if
I
not?
know. That's and
Like, I don't know, maybe say that I'm pretty just, like, one time.
just, like, one time would be really cool. Acknowledge that, like, we're again, are we pen pals or are we
Yeah.
not?
And I did that for 3 months, and I was like, "Are you a stupid ass bitch?" I
That part.
literally had to ask myself that. Like, "What you are wasting your time, Kaylee."
Ah, well, that's
And I've taken a break since then. I was like, "You know what? That's the last time that I will honestly" like, and it's funny for
mhm.
sure, but, like, it truly is I will never lower my standards for anybody
Yeah.
again because it was such a complete and utter waste of time.
Yep. Nope.
So, thank you, Olivia,
Mhm.
for
Oh my god, I forgot how we
the
even got
song.
there. Oh, dear
I just remember listening
god.
to that song and I was like, "Yes!
Ye
Exactly!"
yes. That's where I'm like, I kinda wish I had a, like, FU tune right now to talk about because as you just mentioned, I don't know, it just triggered me because my the last date that I went on,
Oh my god.
I hit him with the, "I'm so sorry. I just, like, don't know if I'm feeling this, but it was absolutely, like, incredible to meet you." And they were like, "Yeah, cool, chill." And then, like, 3 days later, they were like, "Actually, you're a waste of time and energy." And I was like, "Damn, guys are mean."
They're like, "I actually wish you were never born."
I've been
So
target number 1 for an entire year, and I've never been yelled at by a man or, like, any of these things, and everybody's acting up this past year.
and they love to talk about us, like, we're the overly dramatic and emotional ones, and I'm like, "You guys are bitch babies."
You're reaching. It's been, like, a week since I said, "No, thank you," and you're like, "Actually, let me follow up really quickly because it's still on the top of my mind.
I'm like,
She needs to know she's a waste of time and energy." And
like
I literally wanted to text back and be like, "You feel better, bud?"
yeah, a lot of big feelings.
Mm.
A lot of big feelings.
Yeah, I was like, so sorry. I'm so sorry. I will never do it again."
Anyway.
Yeah, no, that was crazy nonsense business. But I've got 3 songs for y'all this week as well. And of course, I'm going to tap back into Cassie Ashton because she released yet another banger. And I'm obsessed with this growth and this story right now because I feel like she's just been a name for so long. But like, I am this like rock hillbilly, kind of following with like the Lacey K. Booth, like ethereal redneck shit. I love it.
God, I love Lacey
Like,
K.
what a
Booth.
yes, and I feel like that realm, because I told you, like, last episode, it's I'm getting more indie folk, but then I'm like, I don't know, the country rock kinda situation I always
Mhm.
fall back into. Any who's or what's it, Bratmobile by Miss Cassie Ashton has been on repeat for me this past week, and I was so excited for it to come out. That was one of those where you heard the snippet, like, only a week before it came out, and I was
Mhm.
like, oh, "What a treat."
Yeah.
Because following that, my second song is, Baby Blondie by Paige Fish. I love her voice. She was a major TikTok girl. Not was, she
Mhm.
still is.
I
Uh,
remember she had that, what's that song a couple of years ago that was, like, 24 and
yep,
26 or something like
yes,
that?
exactly.
Yeah, I do
And we've been
remember
around for
seeing
it,
her on TikTok.
but I love her voice. I feel
Mhm.
like her and like a Sienna Spyro just have that naturally really like bold voice that it
Comes
just
from the
sounds so
diaphragm.
healthy.
Mhm.
But also they've got the rasp, like
Yeah.
naturally, they don't need to force it at all. And I'm like, okie dokie. How does it
Mhm.
feel to be God's favorite?
Right.
Oh, God, Sienna Spyro. What can't she do? Um, and then I've just had it on repeat. I think that it's really cute. And everybody always plays this song, but Real Love Baby by Father John Misty.
Mhm.
It's just so fun to have that play during the summertime. It feels like a summer soundtrack kind of
Yeah.
thing. And I'm going to a wedding here next month for my best friend. I'm so excited for her. And I think I mentioned it in the first episode, but she's had me like help her out a bunch with all the playlists for like the cocktail hour, for getting ready, for the reception. Like she like texted me that she's like, "Can you just put one together?" And I was like, "I've been thinking about my own reception playlist probably since I was 4 years old.
Yeah, you're
I
like,
already have a
"I
wedding
can
playlist."
absolutely do that."
And I'm like, do I gatekeep my ones that I really like? No, just kidding. But I'm just like, whoa, what a like distinct honor and how much
Mhm.
pressure. But I'm really gonna be staring around that room being like, y'all vibing.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Like,
I'm
so
gonna
do
be
you guys
really
like it
I'm gonna
or
be patting myself on the back. I'm gonna be burping myself in public.
yeah. Well, I don't know if you remember when I made the playlist for that event we attended where it had to be all, like,
Yes.
medieval instrumental.
That was hilarious. You were finding like Jay-Z
I had
songs on orchestra.
the
No.
foulest songs on that playlist, but obviously they're all instrumental and medieval, so no one could really tell. But it's like, damn,
like,
you look good. Won't you back that ass? I would hear that, and I'm like, you guys have no idea.
but like,
And I
oh my
had
god.
Brat
And you know what? You
music on there.
really could have utilized like Bridgerton soundtracks for all of that.
Well, no, that's not Greek.
Ugh, technicality. What do I know about being Greek?
Like this. Yeah, for sure.
Anywho's or what's it, friends? With that amazing outro, we will talk to you guys next week, but all those songs will be found on our Spotify and Apple Music playlists. And this episode can be found in our link tree in all of our bios. So we will talk to you guys next week.
Bye.
See you later.